Good morning, chat. We are starting gapped up around 30 points, nothing too crazy. Yesterday's close was at 23,132. NQ futures are currently up 0.15%. ES futures are up 0.16%. Bitcoin before market is open is down 0.2%. ETH is down 0.6%. Sol is flat. XRP is down 0.4%. Market is open in 30 seconds, chat. 30 seconds. Hopefully you guys are ready. Good morning, Thomas. I'm getting ready for the orb, the 15-minute orb. Mark, good morning, Chris. Good luck today. Good luck to you guys as well. Good luck, Mark. Appreciate you guys. Good morning, Funny, Legend, Shadow, Miguel. Good morning. Market is open in 10 seconds. ES is starting below the VWAP, 100 MA, 200 SMA. NQ 30 minutes starting above the VWAP, but below the 200 SMA, 100 MA. Market is open, chat. We are starting at that pivot point, 23,169. We're getting a bounce, tapping the 20 MA. ES is below the VWAP, 100 MA, 200 SMA. Make sure you guys smash that like button. ES is wicking down. ATR starting at 9. Nvidia starting down 1%, Tesla starting down 0.1%, Google starting flat, flipping red, Amazon up 0.25%, Microsoft up 0.6%, Meta up 0.8%, Apple up 1.8%, Netflix up 0.4%. ES is waking down hard. NQ about to tap the VWAP. Palantir is down 0.5%. MicroStrategy is down 0.4% to start. Costco green 0.8%. Alibaba up 1.7% to start. AMD is down 6% to start the day. The Dow is up 0.1%. Russell 2000 is down 0.3%. The VIX is staying at 17.7, down 0.8% the day. Okay. Reclaim that pivot point. ES is getting a bounce after flushing. ES 1 minute chat, tapping the MA, trying to get above it. Got into oversold territory, now getting into neutral. Williams R 120 day getting into neutral territory as well for the ES 1 minute. NQ 30 minute having a nice bounce, nice wick up. Very nice wick up, chat. Pivot point to the upside at 23,222. High of pre-market at 23,227. We have the NQ 30 minute 200 SMA right above that, 23,241. NQ futures are now up 0.3%. ES is about to tap the VWAP. Two minutes in the market open. 13 minutes until the 15-minute opening range is closed. We have on the docket 10:30 a.m. red flash EIA crude oil inventories, and then at 1 p.m. US 10-year notes. So volatility is probably going to die early today. Really depends what Trump tweets, etc. We have some news to go through after we get it through this initial volatility spike. Some news to go through the Asia, European markets, Trump. ES tapping the 200 SMA, getting rejected for now. So far, bounce at 60 points. Okay. I'm not trading individual stocks right now. Not right now, Dylan. You buying Palantir? Palantir ripped yesterday. It was up 9% at one point. I think it ended around 4 to 5% up. Same to you, Funny. Wish you all the best, man. What's up, Adris? What's up, Elijah? We sweep overnight highs. I'm looking for shorts. If we do that, though, ES is probably going to be above the VWAP, 100 MA, 200 SMA. So it'd be a little risky. ATR right now at 13. Just staying patient, chat. Staying patient. Tesla's now up 0.75%. Google flipping green. Nvidia is only down 0.4%. AMD is coming up. Morning, Norman. Good morning. Good morning. Some bearish wicks. Tim Cook to appear at the Trump Apple announcement. White House Apple to boost U.S. investment commitment by 100 billion. Okay, ES is getting above the VWAP, 100 MA, 200 SMA. NQ tapping that pivot point. NQ 30 minute, not yet flushing the pre-market high. Not yet tapping the 100 moving average, the 200 simple moving average. ES is above the VWAP. Nvidia is about to flip green. Yeah, we're flushing up. Gapper said looking for 300, 330. FL said good morning, a rally expected today. Yeah, I did expect it. I'm just waiting. Just waiting. ES getting rejected currently at the 200 SMA, trying to reclaim it. It's getting whacked down. ES falling below the VWAP. Some bearish wicks. It did flush the pre-market high. Barely flushed it. Move the VWAP up. Trying to stay patient, chat. Only 6 minutes in the market. 9 minutes until the 15-minute opening range. ES is currently getting rejected from the 200 SMA, the VWAP. Nvidia coming down, now down 0.5%.
Crown super chatted $5. Good morning, Chris.
Thank you for the 5, Crown. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully you're ready. This is so far a volatile morning. I'm only expecting volatility until 10:30, 11:30. Appreciate the support, Crown. Appreciate you. So far we're wicking down the VWAP. ES kind of creating a double bottom. Could flush it. Video's trying to hold. Okay. Zoom out a bit. May want to come down to 23,152. Possibly a little lower. We have a pivot point down there at 23,095. We have not filled the gaps just yet. Remember, yesterday's close for the NASDAQ futures is at 23,132. We're gapped up 50 points. Tapping the 20 May, trying to bounce. Still holding that pivot point. 23,169. Good morning, mister. Good morning, good morning. Appreciate you, Crown. What's up, Toby? Good morning, good morning. Gabber for a sell. Appreciate the high five, Crown. We break below 96. I'm taking a short below 95. I'm scalping in. Good luck, Mark. We have 6 minutes until the 15-minute opening range. I'm just staying patient. It is starting to get bearish. Tapping, thank you, 30-minute VWAP. Yes, breaking down. We don't have news for another hour. For the ES 1 minute, the Williams R 120 day is pretty oversold. Yeah. Lot of weakness. I'm gonna take one short. Tap the VWAP. Trying to bounce. I'm betting on a rejection. I'm betting on these gaps getting filled. Could have bottom ticked it, but I'm only in with one. ES could want to go to the VWAP, then reject. Getting a bounce down 200. Just gonna hold. If it gets above this pivot point, I may cut this loose. Just have to see. Down to 50. So far bad entry, but I believe it's on my side. Up 40, up 70, up 100, one contract short. Rejecting the VWAP. Up 100, 120. Go get a bounce here. I'm putting a stop right above the pivot point. No reason to risk the account. We'll risk like $400. Getting above the VWAP. We don't like to see that. Down 100, down 150, one contract short. Go put it above the range, but I want this to fall. It reclaiming the VWAP like that is not good. Down 200, down 230, down 240. NQ 5 minute 21 EMA did reject. It's not good. Not good sign for the short. Bottom ticked it, bad entry. Especially after 80 point, 100 point pullback. It needs to flush down. ES is bouncing, about to be stopped and stopped. We're down 300 in that account. That's why I put a stop. May rejoin this in a minute. There is a lot of weakness. I do not want to miss this ride. Might have to change conviction if it gets above that pivot point, gets above the NQ 5 minute 21 EMA. So far, I'm looking for shorts. ES rejected the VWAP. ES rejected 100 MA, 200 SMA, but we're getting above that pivot point. Just trying to. NQ 5 minute has a bearish wick. This NQ 5 minute. NQ 30 minute has a bearish wick. Excuse me. NQ 5 minute trying to get above the 20 EMA. Okay. Trump tweeted 7 minutes ago, politically embattled Senator crying Chuck Schumer wants the Republicans to pay as extortion $2 billion in order for the radical left Democrats to approve the hundreds of Trump appointments who have been waiting for months and are raring to go. This has never happened before. They have never in U.S. history had such a delay. They are extortionists. Republicans must create legislation in order to get out of the grasp of these country-hating thugs. He is active. Not bad for volatility. ATR currently set at 19. The VIX is holding steady. 15-minute opening range is closing in 1 minute. Could create a lower high and then flush down. Really depends if the ES gets above the VWAP or not. Could be one consolidation range as well. Palantir's now up 0.5%. Apple's up 3.4% off that news of a $100 billion investment. Microsoft flipping green. Google flipping green. Yeah, we're waking up. About to touch the NQ 30-minute V. Waking up. About to test the NQ 30-minute 200 SMA. ES getting above the VWAP. Let's see if it can hold. Bitcoin flipping green. Yeah, Microsoft is definitely not following too well. Look at this crazy thing, lol. What's up, legend? Yesterday was crazy. Went from being down 200 to 250 to down 50, then popped, then pooped. So far, it's just one big consolidation range. 80-point consolidation range. The 15-minute range is closed. So far, it's at the 50%. ES rejecting VWAP again. I may have to flip to bullish. Maybe. ES is roaring up. Trying to bounce. Tap the view up again. Rejected 3 times so far. Could be the time it breaks. Video trying to come up. Tesla is now up 2.2%. That's a very key level pivot point as well. 23,222 to the upside. Very key. ES getting above the VWAP. About to test the 200 SMA. Testing the 200 SMA on NQ 30-minute. ES getting above the 200 SMA, 100 MA, VWAP. All right, that's the new high of day. Tapping the 15-minute high orb. Trying to bounce. Appreciate it, Zach. Appreciate you. I'm live every day at 9:30 a.m. EST trading the market. So far, we're getting a bounce on that top 15-minute orb. ES climbing. It's testing it. If it rejects that pivot point, we're probably going lower. Rejecting the 2-hour SMA on the NQ 30-minute for now. Trying to bounce all that pivot point. ES pulling back to the 2-hour SMA, trying to bounce. What's up, Sadri? Hey, Chris, how's your sentiment for today? Are you in the bounce market or imbalance market? Looking for shorts or long? Right now, I could have shorted that pivot point rejection, but I'm kind of looking for long. If the ES is kind of rejecting VWAP now, so just one big consolidation range. Was looking for long, but the ES is rejecting. Being prop above, it's probably going to chase this pre-market high, just like the NQ. Might take some time. This creates a higher low. I may go in. So far, it's flushing. It's having the 20 May. True the real world. NQ5 May about to test 20 May. ES rejected the VWAP 100 May 200 SMA. NQ 30 May still above the VWAP, but rejected 200 SMA 100 May. Google flipping red. Microsoft flipping red. Meta about to flip red. MicroStrategy flipping red. We may go fill the gaps now. Russia plans to increase Western oil exports to nearly 2 million barrels per day in August after a drone strike on refineries. Good job, Mark. Boom, boom. It's breaking above that pivot point, trying to get above the 200 SMA on that 30 minute. ES is now back above the VWAP 100 MA, 200 SMA. Trying to claim that 15-minute top orb as support. One big consolidation zone. So far, it looks like it's going to break it to the upside, but Nvidia, Google is now down 0.25%. Microsoft's down 0.15%. Palantir's ticking up. Netflix is ticking up. Nvidia flipped green, now up 0.25%. Alright, try to break out of the consolidation range a couple times now. Just haven't wanted to trade. Not yet. I almost took a long at that VWAP. Instead, decided to take a short. Saw a weakness. Thought it might flush the gaps. Now it's just stuck in this consolidation range, trying to break out. It's getting more and more bullish, but they might flip it and fill the gaps. Yesterday's close at 23,132 for the Nasdaq future. ES flushing down below the VWAP 100 MA, 200 SMA again. Trump to impose an additional 25% tariff on goods from India due to Russian oil purchases. Appreciate it, Demo. Appreciate it, Turo. My neighbor's got chickens and 2 roosters, legend says. I'm so glad I wake up at 4:35 a.m. lol. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
Order filled.
Putting one in, putting a stop
Order
pretty quick.
submitted.
Right above the 15-minute orb. We'll see if it flushes down or not. Up 20. We rejected that pivot point. We could get a bounce here off the ES VWAP. Palantir's coming down up 180. 200. Putting stop right above the pivot point now. Up 250. Up 300. Taking out 360. Taking out the 20 man. Scalp 15 points. 17 points. We made up for the loss now. We were down 305. Now we're up 15, 20. Okay. Starting to get bearish. Wouldn't mind if this bounced to that pivot point and then rejected again. Wouldn't mind it. Palantir starting to come up. Volatility is pretty good. ATR is at 28. The VIX is coming down. I think this may... Either the ES wants to flush the pre-market high just like the NQ did. NQ already tapped the pre-market high from today. NQ ES may want to follow, or this is going to come way down to the gaps. So far, NQ 30-minute looking bullish. NQ 5-minute trying to break through that 15-minute orb. I may have to flip bullish if it gets above the NQ 30-minute 200 SMA. Maybe. Nvidia is coming up. So far, bounce 30 points. ES getting above the VWAP 100 MA, 200 SMA. Getting above the pivot point. Waking up, waking up, waking up. Tom said I was down 2.3K after messing up my orb trade. I was being cocky and was like, he had going the way I say. I made 5.3K on a 6-tap model. So unless we have any more A+ setups, I'm probably out for 3K profit. Good job, Tom. Breakout imminent. Yeah. It's definitely trying to break out. It's tested 4 times now. Ooh, big wake up. Big wake up. We have a pivot point up top at 23,276. Nvidia is now up 0.5%. Palantir's up 1.1%. MicroStrategy's up 0.5%. Netflix is up 1.6%. Apple is up 1.5%. Thank you, Chris. I couldn't believe I choked so hard. I didn't wait for candle closure and got smoked. Yep. So far, it's just grind up consolidation with some high volatility. 80-point consolidation grind up. Trying to break outside of the range. What's up, JSG? Boop, 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 boop. Could go all the way to 23,325 to 347 without a pullback. Possibly even flush this high at 400. Pretty bullish. The ES is above the VWAP 100 MA to our SMA now. Getting some clearance. 30 minute got above the 200 SMA, 100 MA. Has some legs, we'll see. I believe Trump just sanctioned Russia to address that unusual and extraordinary threat of, to the national security and foreign policy of the United States. Executive Order 14066 prohibited, among other things, the importation into the United States of certain products of Russian Federation origin, including crude oil, petroleum, and petroleum fuels, oils, and products of their distillation. I believe he just implemented the sanctions. That happened 4 minutes ago. We're getting above that pivot point. ES still has a way to go. ES's pre-market high is at 6,358. Currently 10 points away for the ES. President Donald J. Trump issued an executive order on August 6, expanding the national emergency declaration and prior orders related to Russia actions in Ukraine, citing India's direct and indirect importation of Russian oil as exacerbating threats of U.S. national security and foreign policy. The order imposes an additional 25% ad valorem tariff on most India imports into the U.S. effective 21 days after issuance, with limited expectations. The tariff stack with existing duties, but excludes certain items like those under specific trade acts or reciprocal tariff orders. The order authorizes monitoring of other countries importing Russian oil, potential future tariffs on them, modification based on circumstances, and delegates implementation to relevant agencies. It defines Russian federal oil broadly and includes severability and general provisions to ensure legal consistency. That's what just came on. Appreciate it, Milad. Appreciate it, Tom. Appreciate the file math. Appreciate you. Pretty slow day. I really didn't want to trade in that consolidation. Took one stab at it. Could have been less hesitant to start. Bought the wicks, bought the volatility spikes. Remember, we have news in 20 minutes. EIA crude oil inventories, 10:30 a.m. 20 minutes. Todd said, congrats on 6K subscribers, my boy. 7.5K coming soon. Oof. We'll see, Todd. Appreciate you. Love you guys. Love you, boys and girls. The main YouTube stream is like 100% male, but the short stream is like 4.5% women. So gotta address the ladies. The senoritas. Going down now, boys. We'll see. FL might have one more leg up. It could want to just consolidate here for a bit, then the ES flush the pre-market high just like the NQ did. NQ is already superseded its pre-market high, so I'm assuming the ES wants to do the same. We are now gapped up 130 points. Yesterday's close for the NASDAQ futures is at 23,132. While we wait, the Asian market synopsis, if I can read today. Asian shares experience a modest uptick, primarily driven by gains in Japanese equities amid optimism surrounding tariff negotiations with the US. The MSCI Asia Pacific Index rose 0.3%, with Japan's Topics Index climbing 1%. Car makers led the advance, buoyed by hopes of securing lower auto tariffs as Japan's chief trade negotiator heads to Washington. However, sentiment was mixed due to tariff threats from the US President Donald Trump impacting sectors like semiconductors and pharmaceuticals. Indian stocks remained largely unchanged after the central bank held interest rates steady while assessing the effects of US tariffs. Oil prices rebounded after a 5-day decline, and Asian chip-related stocks fell amid negative news, including probes into trade secrets and uncertain market access in China. European market synopsis. European markets showed limited movement, with the stock 600 benchmark ending little change after giving up an early 0.4% gain. This stability came amid mixed corporate earnings and ongoing concerns over US tariff policies and economic data. Equity index futures for Europe advanced 0.3%, reflecting cautious optimism. The broader context include US Treasury yields edging higher and a steady dollar, while tariff headlines such as Trump's threats on energy exports from Russia and duties on semiconductors added to investor uncertainty. No major shifts were reported in European specific sectors, but the market wrap highlighted lingering fears from global trade tensions and US economic slowdown signals. Okay. We have 18 minutes until EIA crude oil inventories red flash news. About to tap the NQ 30-minute 2-hour SMA. Gapper front ran 300, but it's getting out. Yeah, it fell back into the range. Google now down 0.3%, Microsoft down 0.2%, Microsoft's down 0.2%, GME, GameStop is down 1%, AMD is down 3%, AMD is down 6.3%, QCOM is down 1.5%, Robinhood is down 1.5%. Tapping the 2-hour SMA. Crowd thinks it's going to bounce from 23,228. ES looks like it's going to flush down to 200 SMA, 100 MA, VWAP. Been wicking through it though. Hasn't been respecting it too well. Getting a little bearish. Rejected that pivot point. Now it's tapping the other. Wicking through, wicking through. Getting a bounce on that pivot point. 23,222. Miguel says, Gapper, I won't walk your dog. Man. We're getting a bounce on that pivot point for now. Getting above the 200 SMA for thank you 30 minute. Trying to reject that pivot point. It's a very key pivot point. ES almost at the 200 SMA VWAP. Pounds here coming up. Appreciate it, Tom. We're flushing down. Let's move the VWAP. VWAP for thank you 30 minute moved up to 180. ES tapped it. ES tapped the VWAP. It's happening again. So reject. Meta, Microsoft, flipping red. News in 13 minutes, chat. Nvidia looks like it's gonna flip red. NQ 5 minutes happened in 20 May. NQ 30 minute has very bearish wicks. Miguel said yesterday, I said if we would fully recover, I would walk your dog for you. He said yesterday, Gapper, Miguel said yesterday, the market did not recover to where you thought it was going to be. So he's not walking your mother, son, dog. He's not doing it. He's not walking the dog, Gapper. Respect his decision. Appreciate the follow, Lewis. Appreciate it. Just staying this low, boys. We should have at least another hour of volatility. Boys, girls, ladies, gents. What's up, my heart? So far we pulled back around 70 points. I think it has some more legs lower. Unsure. As soon as I say that, Palantir wakes up. We'll see. ES could bounce here. It's at the VWAP 200 SMA. It's trying to reject. NQ trying to reject this pivot point. Tap the 200 SMA for the NQ 30 minute. Rejected it. Yeah, it's coming lower for now. ES getting below the VWAP. Crypto Fear and Green Index came out 54 out of 100 neutral. Fear and Green Index for the stock market came out 56 out of 100 greed. 10 minutes until news. Looking down. Nvidia's getting close to flipping red. Still gapped up 70 points. Yesterday's close at 23,132. 32. I don't know, Chad. I don't know. I'm unsure. Palantir is almost up 2%. It's kind of half-half market. That's why it's consolidating so much. Go up, pull back, go up, pull back. The video is flipping red though. If I had to guess, we're gonna flush down the gaps. If I had to guess. Boom, 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 boom. About to tap, thank you. 30-minute VWAP. Clean up the chart. Tapping it. We have the pivot point below at 23,169. Thank you, 30-minute. Looking very bullish. Nvidia flipping red, 0.3%. Google's down 0.5%. Microsoft down 0.5%. Meta down 0.25%. We're flashing down. Believe we're about to fill the gaps. ES very close to filling in the gap. Trying to reclaim the VWAP. Yeah, we're getting a little bounce. Mainly from Palantir and Apple. Apple's up 3.75%. Amazon's up 0.7%. Tesla is up 2%. Palantir's up 2.15%. What's up, In and Out? Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, my friend, my comrade. Let's get a fib ready. ES is about to flush the gap. ES is only 2 points away from filling its gap. NQ is 40 points away. NQ trying to bounce. Dafford. Hey Chris, is it better value to get a 50K or 150K valuation on Top Step with the inclusion of activation costs being the same? What's your thoughts? You gotta calculate the drawdown per dollar spent and see which one costs more for the drawdown you get. I know I calculated on take profit, and the 150K accounts cost less based off the drawdown you get. You're basically paying for drawdown. So it's all up to you, man. Do the calculations. I would assume the higher value account has a is the same for take profit. Appreciate it, Daffod Oroni. Drawdown per dollar spent is better for 50K combined, but after passing 150K is better. Oof. Really depends how much drawdown you need to trade, what your style is, what your strategy is. If your strategy needs a bunch of drawdown like mine, then you're going to need a high value count. If you're only trading a couple micros, scalping it, it's probably easier to pass the 50K. Me personally, I would get the bigger account, but it really depends on your strategy, man. Like if you only scalp $200 a day, you're one of those guys, $500 a day, then you probably want to go with the 50. Would have thought we would have been looking at the VIX. No missed opportunity, only the next one. There are no missed opportunities, only the next one. I am sitting on my hands until I like something. Sometimes the best thing to do is nothing at all. Still room to grow, only 1 hour in, exactly. No missed opportunities, only the next one. There's constant opportunities. And there are plenty to come. The US weighs options for penalizing Russia beyond Indian tariffs. Trump additional 25% tariff on India purchase, blah, blah, blah. Shadi takes at Moscow's energy revenues before a Friday deadline as the US considers options for persuading President Vladimir Putin to end the war in Ukraine. We have 40 seconds to red flash news. 40 seconds, chat. EIA crude oil inventories. $30 seconds. $30 seconds. Tap in 20 when he may. NQ5 minutes. Tap in 20 when he may. 15 seconds. Ten seconds. It's not really that heavy of a hitter, but we'll see. 2, 1. News is out. Trying to bounce. Do you have a code to get kickback on Top Step? I just passed 3, going to buy 2 more. No, I do not, Gafford. I have no affiliate links with prop firms. 0. I could get them, but perhaps in the future. EIA crude oil inventories came out positive, negative 3.029 million. Previously, they had 3.69 million. Next news is at 1 p.m. So a ways away, US 10-year note. What's up, XX Testosterone? What's up, XX? Palantir's just ripping up. Now up 2.5%. Apple up 4%. ES trying to tap the VWAP again. Nvidia is trying to come up and turn green again. Just one big consolidation day. Has some big wicks though. So there was definitely opportunity, and there is going to be other opportunity. Plenty. Elijah's up $65 this morning. Good job, Elijah. US dollar is not moving today. Gonna be wax on. Yep, a little bit. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. What's up, bye? Good job to you, brother. Appreciate it, Elijah. Could have traded a lot more today. Decided to just sit on my hands. Really haven't liked the price action. I know 80-point wicks looks good, but could have took a short off the 200 SMA when it first tapped it. That's the only thing I could have done. When it flushed the pre-market high, I was looking away. I probably would have shorted that. But besides that, well, everyone thinks this is going to flush down. Kind of what I'm getting at. So I think we may go the opposite. I'm in with 1. We're going to put a stop right below the wick. Around 12, 13 point stop. It's either going to climb or it's not. We want to wake up to that pivot point, most likely. Quick 10, 15 points. If not, we'll be stopped out for -15, -13 points. I'm taking this off the consensus. The NQ 5 minutes trying to climb above the 20 May. ES is trying to wake up to the VWAP. Up 30, up 50, up 60, up 70, up 80. Looking for more, may not get it. I'm not gonna have a stop on this one. This could waterfall down very hard. Very hard waterfall. Down 100, down 150, down 50. 8 points away, 5 points away from being stopped. It's waking down. NQ 5 minutes trying to reject the 20 May. We don't like that. ES is trying to come up. We want to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. Video trying to come up. Palantir's coming up. Up 80, up 90. Wake up. Up 100. Tapping the 20 May, getting rejected again. Wake up. Up 100. 150. A little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. A little more. Taking 200. That's a big enough wick for me. Real consensus was holding to that pivot point, but I'm not going to do it. Not today. Now we're up 190 for the day. We secured 174 in that account. Today has been but there's a lot of opportunity. It's mainly me not adapting to this consolidation. Mainly that's the problem. These wicks have been beautiful. Legend's been eating them up. I'm sure Gapper's been eating them up. Wasn't really expecting this today though. I was expecting pretty straight up action or fill the gap early then go up. I wasn't expecting this consolidation. It is low news on the docket, but there was plenty of news that Trump said. So far, we're going up above the pivot point, above the 200 SMA. ES is getting above the VWAP, 100 SMA, 200 SMA. We broke through the 15-minute orb as well. Up, up, up. Green day, baby. Bro, I discovered a meme coin. Please, no, absolutely not. Don't spam that, by the way. I did not endorse any meme coins. Absolutely not, my friend. Buying NQ to previous day high. Good luck, clips. Gapper grabbed 60 points. Bum, 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 bum. Tapped the 200 SMA, fell below. NQ 5 minute above the 20 May. Nvidia has not flipped green. Meta's trying to flip green. Palantir is now up 3%. Apple's up 4.15%. Costco's up 1.4%. Alibaba's up 1.3%. Abe goes up 1.2%. AMD is down 8% today. Okay, what's the news? Trump advisors are to push for a temporary Fed governor to fill the seat of resigned Fed Kugler. A short-term Fed pick would give Trump more time on the chair of choice. The Fed pick is likely to work in the government and be previously vetted by the Senate. What did you guys think? You guys thought this was going up by a large margin. Yeah, Gapper, I do not have admin privileges in the Discord, and don't waste your time like constantly checking Discord. Just check it whenever you have time, because I'm still debating what channels I want, and I'll probably just think it through and then list out one big paragraph in the next couple days, a day. So just don't take too much time. I'm still debating. Still pretty new to Discord. I'm looking at other Discord, seeing what to implement. And while I'm doing that, I'm doing like 10 other things. So I'm spread a little thin. So if I'm not responding to you, I saw your message and I tried to type in the admin channel, but had no permissions. And I'll just sporadically message. So just don't waste too much time constantly checking it. Just check it whenever you have time. I'm not that hard pressed on it. It will be a good segment to ease the low trading times. There's a lot of downtime in trading, and you guys can send reactions in the Discord to come. Discord is not out yet, but it will be eventually. I was also thinking of an X community. That might be easier for some people who are not Discord privy. We can have both, and I'll do both on low volatility times. Roger that. Roger 49er. Okay. I'll check it out, Gapper. Palantir is now up 3.5%. About to tap that pivot point, 23,275. Market high, day high is at 23,285. I too, Miguel. I sent you a friend request. Chris, does it make sense to go heavier on risk once you build a cushion for the day when passing combines? I mean, it's always good to trade with profit and only risk profit. You're basically risk-free trading, and you can just put on more risk. Is it good? I mean, it's better than risking an initial. It's always good to only risk profit. That's in general rule of anything. Chris, you are admin and mod. Once done design, then I'll transfer ownership. I'll go, Gapper. I trust you, man. I trust you. I trust you. I day this publicly. I will transfer ownership. Oh man, like we're back in knighthood. Since drawdown is calculated end of day, right? For 4,500 drawdown is starting 0, 5, 50 drawdown if you make 1K off first trade, but if you wait until the next day, it's 40. That is correct. That is correct. You do have more wiggle room if you have end of day drawdown. Some prop firms don't have that. Mexico president rules out bilateral trade agreement with Canada, saying that is not necessary. Palantir is holding, trying to come up. Almost had a sneeze, then it went away. Almost said, bless me, chat, bless me. Bless you guys, bless you guys. Boom, boom, boom. Sneezes are not fun. Just saying. Funny 9 green 2 red, done for the day. Best of luck, traders. Let's go, Funny. Come on, you guys are killing this consolidation zone. Even though it doesn't feel like a consolidation zone, you go like this, becomes real clear. Consolidation, consolidation, then another leg consolidation zone. Becomes very clear. But this is 180 point range, so it you can see it very clearly if you look at this ES 1 minute. Very clearly. Also, Gapper, how many members can you have in a Discord channel? Like the overall Discord server, not a channel, server. Could just Google it, but by the time that pivot point, high day at 23,285. Long to 330. 330 I've never heard of a limit. Elijah 103 in the green. Let's go. 250k for basic. Okay, that's plenty. We're not gonna reach that in a while, unless we go super viral. What's the most difficult thing to you trading props? Just staying disciplined. And knowing when to sacrifice accounts and when not to. Sacrificing low value accounts to get a high value account funded. Boom, boom, boom. Let's try and flush down, tap the 200 SMA on the NQ 30 minute again. Want a little more flush. Let me get rid of this. NQ 5 minute looks very bearish. ES is trying to come up. If it is now down 0.5%, Palantir's ticking up. Apple's still ticking up. Remember, next news on the deck is at 1 p.m. How much do you think a freshly 150k is worth in terms of dollar value? Well, supposedly, prop firm accounts 150k is 150k in buying power. Supposedly, that's at least what they market it as. But a more simplistic way to look at it is just drawdown. That's the true risk risk value you have, the risk profile you have, the drawdown they give you, 4,500, 5,500, 9,000 and some. Also the contracts you're able to trade, the amount, 10, 12, 15, 20, 30. But they do market it as 150K in buying power. All right, we're wicking down. That is a lower high. Higher high, lower low, lower high. What is it gonna do, chat? What is she gonna do? Tapping the 2 hours of May, tapping the 20 May. Bearish wicks again. Gabber said, methinks closed my 185 long too early at 37. No missed opportunities, only in the next chat. No FOMO, no green, no overtrading. Waiting. Nvidia is coming lower. Google flipped to green. Let me look at news. I'm in with one long. Could have got manipulated in, but Palantir's coming up, Apple's coming up, Google's coming up. Bouncing off the 21 EMA, the 200 SMA. Then we may go break the highs. Could also got manipulated in. Up 35, up 50, up 60, up 75, one contract long. Tapping off the 15-minute orb too. The high of the 15-minute orb. Up 100, up 140, 150. Up 10 points. That is a higher low. Up 230, up 240. Might take a minute. We need more of a bounce. ES is still coming up. Up 200. Thank you. 5 minutes, turning more and more bullish. Could still be bearish. Nvidia trying to come up. Palantir trying to come up. Trying to give this time, chat. Trying to give this time. Risk-free trade now.
Order submitted.
Up 250, up 300. Up 350. We're all up almost 20 points. Little more. Little more, little more, little more. Cutting at 3. Secure 330. Could try that up higher. It's probably gonna flush the high, but we'll just wait. ES is moving. I just don't like what I see. Secure 20 points. Can't be too greedy. ES did create a higher high. NQ probably going to follow. Not really putting too much risk on today, and we're killing it. We are killing it, and not too much risk on. Only one contract in each trade so far. It's not anything. Been having pretty decent entries besides the first trade where we took a $300 loss. 1 loser, 3 winners. 75% win rate so far. Not bad. All right, we're about to flush the high. I want a little higher. I want this ES to flush the pre-market high as well. We're above that pivot point, 23,275. Let me remove this. Actually, I'll keep that. Put this here. All right, how you doing, chat? How you doing? Vote in the YouTube poll. Vote in the YouTube poll. Are you positive, profitable? Are you negative? Are you learning? Are you profitable, negative, or are you learning? Profitable, negative, or learning. We flushed the high of the market, 22,285. I think we're going to have another leg or two up till the ES flushes the pre-market high. We are currently 5 points away from doing it. Crown is profitable. Let's go. You guys are enjoying the raw, transparent trading, not just trading for you guys' entertainment, actually trading. Real, transparent trading, not just videos, shorts, faking trades, actually real live trading. You see every single trade I take. If you're enjoying that, smash the like button, follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I go live every single day at 9:30 a.m. EST, trading the market. Appreciate you guys. Take it kinda. Gabber says 422 incoming. 422. What's up, Robert? Long time no see, my friend. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Been a long time, Robert. Long time. Couple days, couple weeks, feels like months. Appreciate it, man. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully your training's going well. Hopefully all is well. Trading away. Also, my friend, let's go. Just hate the daily drawdown calculation, really messes with my strategy. My strategy is simple: long forex MNQ after a 2% dip per 150k count and swing it like I'm holding Nasdaq shares, exact value of another 2.5 drop, and 2% is about 10%. I made a mistake of buying. Yeah. Mal, this is Nasdaq futures trading the stock market, my friend. The future indices of the Nasdaq. Just hey, the daily drawdown, yeah. This is not crypto, even though we are waiting to trade crypto. I have BITUNIX lined up. BITUNIX lined up. Right away. Good to hear, Robert. Good to hear. Movie Top Step has the best shit if you know how to pass combines because the 50, 100K accounts, activation fee are all hard for the K. Yeah, but if you got the promo code on TPT, there was no activation fee at all and a 30% discount. Gotta know when to buy. Got to know when to buy accounts, man. Alright, 5 points. 5 points on the ES. And it'll flush the pre-market high. That's what we are looking for and waiting for. We are waiting for and looking for. Waiting for and looking for. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I had no rhyme or rhythm. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I think we're about to wake up. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But news in 2 hours, 1 p.m. EST US 10-year note. ES is trying to come down, but I don't believe it. Even though the indicators are pointing that way. They might consolidate for a bit and then have another leg up. I have no idea, Dafford. I haven't bought accounts in like 2 weeks. And Q pushing nicely. Absolutely clips. Are you still on that long? You still on that long riding to 330? Still in that clips? Yo, what's good, man? Had a great day in the charts. Let's go, Ninja. Good to hear, Ninja. Love what you're doing, bro. I love what you're doing. Great day in the charts is always a good day. Always a good day. Dafod. I use TPT, but you guys can use whatever you want. I am not a financial advisor. I can give you guys no financial advice. This is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Hold your own conviction. Do what's best for you and your circumstances. Be 100% accountable for your decisions. No FOMO, no greed, no fear. And there are no missed opportunities, only the next one. No missed opportunities, only the next one. Let's go, Clips. Man, you've been holding that for a while. Cojones of steel, my friend. Cojones. Got the cojones. The Corolla. Drive around in the Fordora. And sure, you guys, vote in the YouTube poll. Vote in the YouTube poll. Be looking in a minute. ES looks like it's going to drop, but I don't believe it. And this has one more, 2 legs up. It's consolidating. Could be wrong. This could fall very hard, and it could waterfall. I have been wrong before. Could be wrong again. Waiting on NinjaTrader verification, then we'll see how the Nasdaq treats us. Let's go, Stunner. Good stuff, man. I believe it took like 8 hours for me. I did overnight though, so I just submitted it, then I went to sleep, and I had it. I think it happens pretty quick though. If I remember, it was it was like 6 months ago. And do you need a computer or can you do it on your phone? The probabilities go down if the less screens you have. So you're just training with the phone. If you know what you're doing, you're fine. If you have a lot of experience, you'll be fine. Especially if you did some analysis before you went on the road and you're trading. If you just have a laptop, that's a little more probable to tick up. You'll succeed. Even if you know what you're doing, just because of the wider screen, the faster execution. If you have a computer with multiple monitors like me, the probabilities go up, and you want as many probabilities in your favor as possible. As many as humanly possible. What's up, Emmy? What's going on? I'm trading, day trading. Trading the Nasdaq future indices. Appreciate the follow, Emmy. Appreciate you. All right, great. Appreciate it, Ninja. Go. To have to be patient. Patience is a virtue. Waking up. I'm gonna wait for the next candle. Don't like how it just did that volatility spike. Kind of makes me think it's manipulation. Kinda. That is a higher low. This could create a lower high, then send this down. ES 1 minute R size below the MA, trying to go down. What's up, Gary? So the money. How often do you stream? Every single day. I am not interested in graphics design, if that's what you are getting at. Appreciate you. Respect the hustle, respect the grind. Appreciate it, Emmy. Glazing at me. Appreciate you. Tapping the pivot point again. Amazon is now up 1.7%. Apple is up 4.3%. Netflix is up 1.15%. ES is trying to come up, kind of in a consolidation zone. Could wake up. Nvidia is trying to come up. Palantir is starting to come up now. Don't like how weak ES is looking. I don't like it. Could be doing that on purpose. High of days at 23,294. It's above that pivot point at 23,275. We have a pivot point to the upside. We're waking up. Pivot point to the upside at 23,309. ES pre-market high at 6,358. Currently 6 points away. All right. India responded, we will take action to protect our national interest. ES is wicking down. While we wait, there should be opportunities soon. Good, start watching this video. We do have news to catch up on. Trump signing executive orders on the Olympics yesterday. We are waiting to watch that. Tapping that pivot point. I'm assuming we're going to get a bounce and one more leg up. But the ES did create a lower low. We're getting a bounce. If it hit 420, I'm packing. Oh boy, legend. Oh boy. It could. ES is kind of consolidating. It's legal here. Yeah, it's legal in certain states if you have a medical card, which you can get pretty easily. But I have never touched drugs, and the only alcohol I've ever touched is wine coolers. Besides that, God willing, I will never touch anything. God willing. No drugs, no alcohols. Gapper says 46 minutes to boom time. Appreciate Wall. What's up, King? Game Crusher. Crushing the spirits of the market. We're getting that move up. We're looking for a wick up around 30 points. Norman, I'm a product of the 70s. That's a negative gapper. Ooh. Has anyone ever unstaked ETH from Lido? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, wake up, wake up, wake up. We want the ES to flush the pre-market high as well. This consolidation, it's kind of coiling, grinding up, so it might just continue up and just wick hard. Especially if Nvidia can flip green. Volatility is subsiding a little bit. The VIX is coming down 5.1% today. ATR is coming down now at 22, was at 28. Indian government, we have made our position clear on issues regarding oil imports from Russia. It is unfortunate that the US should choose to impose additional tariffs on India. Additional US tariffs are unfair, unjustified, and unreasonable. Okay, we're about to tap that pivot point. About to tap that pivot point, chat. I think the market doesn't know what it wants to do. Ooh, see stunner. If you're a short trader, I'd say now would be one of the only pivot points to short at. Probably going up though. soon TM. Soon TM. Maybe an opportunity soon. Going against this is very high risk though, so you guys know. Could just go up, have a leg up, consolidate, have a leg up, consolidate. NQ tapping that pivot point now. 23,309. ES is 2 points away from filling the pre-market high, just like the NQ. NQ got above the pre-market high. Now the ES is getting ready to go above it as well. Okay, tapping it, tapping it, tapping it. We want a little higher. We want the ES to flush the pre-market high. Gapper said 300 target hit as foretold, as foreseen by the gods. I'm short with one. Then we may have a little more wick. ES has flushed the pre-market high. May want to take one more leg up, but I'm short with one. This is exactly the pivot point I was targeting. A little wick up. Up 40, up 50, up 60. We want a rejection of this pivot point, 23,309. If it starts propping, if the ES starts consolidating above this pre-market high, it's not good. Up 100, up 120, one contract short. Also, if Nvidia starts coming up and flips green, that's very bad. So far, Nvidia trying to drop, which is good. We want Palantir to drop as well. Apple drop a little bit. So far, that pivot point is claimed as support. We want to see a rejection. Might have one more leg up. That's why I started with one. Up 50, up 60, up 70, up 100, one contract short. Go chat. Up 125, up 150. Tapping that pivot point, we want a rejection. So far up 5 points. Wondering why there is a 6 ETH div from the total. It says I'm withdrawing. It approves my message on the Web3. I wonder if they're taking it as a fee. Oh yeah, it's rejecting that pivot point. Very good. Nvidia coming down. Very good. We need Palantir to follow. In like 2 candles, I'll move stop break even if it can keep going down. Now I will add to this. The more consolidation here, the more it messes around this pivot point, the more I do not like this. But it has a lot of reward potential. Up 200, up 230. Next candle, I will be putting in a stop break even. So close to that 320. You were eyeballing 2. Yeah, I know. That's why I only start with 1 just in case you wanted to go up. ES is still trying to come up, but indicators are rounding down, and Q5 minute trying to come down, but it might have a fake wick up and then send this. So far, the pivot points rejecting. Make sure Swiss president. I had a good meeting with the U.S. Secretary of State discussing tariffs. Again, if more consolidates here, the worse it is for the short. Nvidia is starting to come up a bit. That's not good. ES trying to come up. Don't want to see that. You want to see a pullback. ES coming up and Q coming up. Down 30, down 50, 1 contract short. Down 80, it's waking up. Down 4 points. Not adding just yet. Down 150. It is worrying me how close Nvidia is getting and flipping green. That is a little worrying. Did claim that pivot point. That's not good. Oh, it's wicking down, wicking down. Up 50. You want a rejection. Down 50, down 60. That could have been manipulation down, send us higher. Nvidia is only down 0.1%, so it could flip green very fast. Palantir is holding as well, starting to come down actually. ES is trying to come up. I don't like how much it's hesitating here. ES is starting to get a little weak. We need Nvidia to prop down. Palantir is propping down. A wick down of 40 points would be beautiful. Just telling the gods, the market gods. Wick it down, baby. Wick it down, baby. Wick it down, baby. Wick it down, baby. Up 30, up 25. It's above that pivot point. I do not like that. ES is looking bearish. I'm not married to those. Nvidia is about to flip green. Not great. Not great. Not good. Oh, beautiful. Up 100, 150. Tapping that pivot point. Video needs a prop. Video needs a prop down. Pull back. Making 5 minute, looking beautiful. Could change any minute though. ES starting to pull back. Don't like how it bounced off that pivot point. Apple's up 5.2% now. They can just reject the pivot point. It would be amazing. Down 40, down 60. Nvidia flipped green. The risk of this trade just edges up a bit. Down 100, down 120. EQ 5 minute looks like it wants to bounce. ES is struggling a little bit. Nvidia may flip red. Palantir's coming down. Nvidia flipping red. Back to green. NQ futures up 0.8%. ES futures up 0.57%. Tesla's up 3.25%. Nvidia flipping red again. Just back and forth constantly right now. Google is up 0.2%. Amazon's up 1.8%. Looks like it's going to bounce. Down 100, down 130, down 150. Down 150. Down 200. It's waking up. Down 10 points. Waking up. Down 250. Looking for a little higher. Little higher. Okay, adding one. Down 200, down 250, 2 contracts short. Nvidia flipping red. ES starting to pull back. Okay. Down 100. I will probably take one at that pivot point, then put the last one break even. Up 30. Also, I'm not a captive of this trade. I could put stop at the high of day currently at 23,331. I also could cut this for 150, 200. You are never complacent. Never. Constantly adapt. Not a victim of your trade. Palantir starting to come up. Nvidia flipping green. Down 300. Looks like it wants to do one more leg up. Down 7 points. Down 300. 2 contracts short. Yeah, it's getting close. A little higher. Boom, boom, boom. Little wick up, down 600. A little higher. It's gonna go a little higher. Could just keep grinding up, by the way. Especially low volatility like this. Low higher, low higher, low higher. Little bit. 92. With 4 contracts short. Down 10 points. Down 800. Slow and steady. Down 500, pullback of around 8 points so far. Down 6 points. I like the ESRSI. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Down 100. Up 160. A little more pullback. Okay, taking 2 out. Beautiful. Now we do have to worry about the averaging. We need a little more pullback. We're up 100 in the count, 350 on these 2 contracts. So far, only a pullback of 15 points. We're looking for more. RSI for the ES, 1 minute is getting below that May. This has a lot of chance. Nvidia flipping red. We need Palantir to prop down. And keep 5 minutes to start propping. This could just keep grinding up, especially how low volatility is. The VIX is coming up a hair. If this goes above that high, I may cut this for a loss. And then rejoin once it flushes this high I'm looking at. I was willing to risk an account, but I just slowly did it because the ATR was low. Slowly added in. It has a lot of room. Don't like how Palantir's propping up. We did deleverage too. Time to chance, chat. Time for me to be on my longs. You are quick with it, bro. Up 300, up 400, 2 contracts short. Starting to prop. Really should pull back. I'm gonna give this a couple minutes, but if it props up like that again, probably gonna cut it. I'm heavily staring at the percentages right now. Our size. I like that NQ 5-minute could prop up though. We need it to drop. Not like this grind. I'm gonna let go one more leg. One more leg up. We do have news in an hour and 30 minutes, but Palantir starting to prop down. Nvidia flip green again. Okay, I like that. A 400. Gotta take one out in a minute. Low lower. Low lower, low lower, low lower. Low lower. Flush, 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 flush. Up 500. We're up 300 in the account. Low lower, low lower. Flush, 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 flush. You know what I'll do? I believe in this trade so much, I'm gonna put 2 stops above the high. 2 above the high will be down like 250, 300, and I'm gonna wait for this to flush. And I'll take 1. Could be wrong, could get wicked out, but I believe in this. I like how NQ 5 minutes propping. We waited for this. The ES 1 minute RSI looking horrendous. Where's that? I like where the stop is as well. Beautiful. And with 2 contracts short, up 700. Taking 1 out.
Order canceled. Order submitted.
Putting stop break even. Yeah. Flushing down, a 400. 500 in the account. I'm gonna trail this tight. 500 up 600, 1 contract short. Tapping the pivot point, going to trail it tighter. We're up 600 in the account. About to tap the pivot point. 23,309. Trailing it tight, I don't care. That's a lot of reward room. Probably going to leave stop here till that pivot point clears, if it does. Like, thank you. 5 minute. We need Nvidia to keep propping. Nvidia flipped red. Could rejoin this too when it creates a lower high, if it bounces here. I want a flush down to at least the 20 EMA. That's what I want. At least. Flush. Up 500, up 450. It's trying to bounce. ES is trying to bounce. 3 points away from being stopped. Could get it and give it a looser stop, but I'm not going to. Really trying to stop me out. ES is trying to pump. About to be stopped out. 2 points away, 2 points away. Flush. Flush, 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 flush. It's probably gonna bounce, guys. Create a lower high, then go down. Mickey 30 minute looking weak. ES is coming down.
Order.
And stopped out. It's probably gonna create a lower high. Made 472. Pretty high risk for that. Ah, it hunted my stop. Oh my god. Still profitable, still secured around 15 points on average. Oh boy. I have a chance to rejoin this. Don't know if I want to, if Nvidia is going to prop up. Time for me, brother. What's up, Elijah? Gapper now 341 short. Good job, Gap. Elijah 180 green today, my man. Good job, Elijah. Not the stop hunt. Yep. Huge wick down for the spy. Yeah. Appreciate it, Keith. Didn't feel too hot. Didn't feel too hot. It was good execution on the averaging, good patience, waiting for it. I saw the ES. I'll show you guys. This RSI, hopefully the YouTube shorts can see this, but this RSI right here, as this was climbing up and pulling back, it was getting closer and closer to this MA line and just slowing down volatility wise, slowly grinding up. So I was betting on this MA breaking, and that's exactly what it did. Now, I probably would have cut that trade for a $700, $800 loss after it wicked above the high. I probably would have did that. But I saw this little, I just saw it going down. I just saw it pull back. Just saw it. I read it. I rubbed Gapper's crystal ball and just saw it. Now, I'm a little worried about shorting this again, but it could create a lower high, then flush down. Main reason I'm worried about shorting this again on the lower high is Nvidia is now green. Nvidia is now green 0.15%, and Apple's green 5.5%, Amazon's green 2%, Netflix is green 1.25%, Palantir is now green 2.66%. It would be a hell of a short. You would have a lot of balls. You guys are enjoying the stream, smash that like button. Likes are looking a little weak, guys. Smash that like button, follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell after you subscribe. I'm live every single day at 9:30 a.m. EST. Trading the market, my friends. Appreciate you guys. That one was a little hairy. I was a little unsure, but once I saw that ES ticking up, the second time I averaged, I just saw how it was getting closer and closer, and I was like, I know exactly what this is going to do. And then I was prepared if it went the opposite way. If Nvidia flipped green, that's why I was constantly saying Nvidia's flipping green, a little worried. But then I saw that ES getting closer and closer to the MA, thought a break was likely, and that's what happened. After I waited to take this trade until after the ES flushed the pre-market high. NQ flushed the pre-market high early, like 10 minutes, 20 minutes into the day. Then the ES finally flushed the pre-market high. That's where we took the short. Then we slowly averaged in. Low ATR. It's going to take a while for the trades to come to fruition. That was like 18, 20 minute trade. After I bounced, typical. Thanks, Gapper. Shadow 150 green on my funded account. 4 days green now. Let's go, Shadow. Man, people are killing it today. Make sure you guys finalize your votes. We're about to look at the YouTube polls. Are you profitable, learning, or negative? Profitable, negative, or learning? Profitable, negative, or learning? Finalize your votes. We're about to take a look. Now, if I were to go short, this would be where it was at this range. Tapping the resistance range, it was support. This is where I would do it. Also, if you guys want behind the scenes, I'm about to drop something. I'm not sure if you guys are going to like it, but I like it. And it's not going to be released for probably next week. I'm probably going to grind on it and just get the designs. Give too much away. Give the designs some time to work out. And it's very early stages, but I'm going to be releasing it to the members only, the insiders only. Membership is below. Join the insiders if you want behind the scenes access to the simulator, analysis, access to me, etc., etc. Plus, we're building a Discord that's in the works. X community, question mark, question mark, question mark. Simulator coming soon, mentorship coming soon, and then something else. Apple will remain largely unaffected by the tariffs targeting India. U.S. Secretary of State Rubio, hopefully there will be some announcement soon, maybe positive, maybe not. Rubio said, I just got off the phone with Wyckoff a few minutes ago. We will have more discussions on Wednesday. Man, I love a winning trade. I love a winning trade. It fuels me, man. When asked if sanctions against Russia will still go into effect this week, I will have more to say later today. The Swiss president declines to answer the question if Switzerland could offer more to secure a better tariff deal. Swiss president, I have a good meeting with the U.S. Secretary of State. I created a higher high. It still could flush down. We have that pivot point up top, though. Pivot point up top at 23,391. All this and micros too risky and mini for me. Hey, do what's best for you. Everyone has their own strategy, guys. Everyone has their own amalgamation of indicators they use. Some people care about news. Some people only care about price action. Some people day trade, scalp like me. Some people trade for a day, two, based on news only, high news, etc., etc. So just do what's best for you guys, and implement what you want from who you want and who you watch. That was great. Appreciate it. Now, all this in micros. Appreciate it, Shadow. Are you shorting that daily high? Same for me right now, Shadow. I'm gonna wait. It's too low volatility. The way it was grinding up, I don't like it. That's kind of the perfect time you want to throw a short out, but when you're a little uncertain, a little unsure, and it's at a key point, this should flush down. But the way it's acting, it might want to. Yesterday's pre-market high. Yesterday's pre-market high is at 23,403. So it may target that. It may target the pivot point above that. Pivot point above that at 23,423. Appreciate the file, Apin. Appreciate the file, DNZ. Appreciate you guys. A lot of you guys are getting value. At least no one's chasing setups. I don't like how that hunted my stop. Literally hunted my stop by the point. I think 2 points over, to be fair. The better stop would have been above the range, but I did not want to. If we did that, we would probably only secured 100. And I need a little more. But that would have been the correct stop. That was a little tight. Not mad at it though. That should have flushed down. And it did. Secretary of State Rubio expects some announcements fairly soon. Apple will remain largely unaffected by tariffs targeting India. I've been loving the volatility lately. Even a low docket day like today. Also at 7 a.m. I didn't say this. US MBA mortgage applications came in 3.1%. Previously they were negative 3.8%. That's very good. And the US MBA 30-year mortgage rate came down, ticked down a little bit. It's at 6.77%. Previously it was at 6.83%. So it's not bad. Gabber said, who's ready for 400? Norman went short at 335. Oof, you are in the hurt locker, my friend. Hurt locker, Norman. If it doesn't break through this range, it'll eventually fall, but it could just keep grinding, and it's really trying. It's likely to fall, so know your risk. ES just created a higher high. Also, Nvidia has turned green. Nvidia is now up 0.3%. Tesla's up 3%. Google's up 0.63%. Amazon's up 2%. Microsoft is down 0.3%. Meta is up 1%. Apple is ticking up, now up 5.57%. Netflix is up 1.35%. MicroStrategy up 0.36%. Palantir is up 3.1%. GME, GameStop is down 1.2%. Costco is up 1.5%. Costco is up 2.5%. Excuse me, 2.5%. Costco is up. Alibaba is up 1.15%. AFGO is up 2%. AMD is down. AMD is down 7% for the day. QCOM is down 0.7%. Adobe is up 0.7%. Voyager Technologies is up 5% for the day. Robinhood is down 1.8%. The Dow is sitting down 0.3%. The VIX waking up. Remember, we have that pivot point at 23,391. 23,391. The VIX volatility index is sitting at 16.72, down 6.3% for the day. The Russell 2000 flipped red, down 0.1%. NQ futures are up 1% for the day. ES futures are up 0.75%. Bitcoin's up 1%. ETH is up 1%. Solana is up 2.5%. XRP is up 0.85%. What are metals sitting at? Silver is up 11 cents for the day, sitting at $38.08 an ounce. Gold is up $2.86 for the day, up 3,000. Gold is sitting at 3,390 an ounce. It should tick up. Metal should tick up a little more with this uncertainty with India, Russia, Ukraine, just the tariff, the war potential. When metals usually tick up. Gabber said, are you kidding me? I just now leave to walk the dog and she rolling a 400. Gabber said, I figured I had another 20 minutes. It's coming in hot, Gapper. It's coming in hot. Not gonna lie to you. Buy might revert closer to the 50 EMA. EMA, exponential moving average, 50-day exponential moving average. Do not have that on the chart. Where's that saying that? We're getting close to a pretty important trend line for the ES. I doubt we'll hit it today, but it's 30 points away to the upside. It's sitting at 6,400. That will hit it today, but stranger things have happened. And Q is getting close to a pivot point. What's ES at? ES is sitting, S&P 500 futures are at 6,372. The actual SPY is at 6,345. We should have some time, chat. This could break this trend line. It's been consolidating around to the upside. It's now a support trend line. Could break it, go to this pivot point up top, 23,391. And if it breaks this range, it's likely going at least to this high, 21 EMA. Pivot point could waterfall all the way down. But I think the upside is way more likely. Nvidia now up 0.4%. Palantir coming up. Apple coming up. Before we get this opportunity, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I will be back, chat. I will be back. It is looking good. There should be a couple more opportunities. Remember, we also have that news in our US 10-year note, I believe. US 10-year note at 1 p.m. So that should move the market, create opportunity. We'll be back. We'll be back. Chat. Tap that range, tap that support trend line now. Trying to bounce. Chat. She's trying to bounce. Had about QQQ. What are you saying, Isaiah? Appreciate the follow, Yusa. Appreciate the follow, Kwai. Appreciate you guys. Trying to break the trend line. Heavy treasury futures. Heavy treasury futures. Sales are seen causing a sharp move higher in yields on the long end, steepening the curve to session wides. No stimulus seen behind the move, indicating the price action is largely driven as flow based. The move has since unwound. The yields are back from highs of the day. All right, let's look for this. I'm not going to be shorting here, even though it's not a bad idea. Put stop at the high, short here, but not here. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Let's see how you guys are doing. Vote on the poll, vote on the poll, vote on the poll. So 22 votes for the regular YouTube stream. Are you profitable, negative, or learning? 64% are profitable, 18% are negative, 18% are learning. For the YouTube short stream, yes, I am. Oh, what happened to the poll? What happened to the poll? Did I forget to create it? That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I do not like that. That's an hour wasted. I really want to see where you guys were. Vote on the poll if you're here. Vote on the poll. I just put it up for the YouTube Shorts. I am streaming to YouTube and YouTube Shorts. That's an error on my part. Sorry, boys. Wanted to see where you guys were at. Now we gotta wait. Gotta wait for the YouTube Shorts. While to wait. Vote in the YouTube poll. Vote in the YouTube poll. Are you profitable, negative, or learning? Profitable, negative, or learning? What's up, Barn? Good evening, my friend. Have you been killing it? Today has volatility has been pretty nice. I expected volatility to die out at around 11:30. No trading tonight. See you tomorrow, buddy. Hey, you gotta prioritize life, Barn. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. Wifey time. Ooh. You got the candles out. You got the roses. Wanted to say hi before bed. Appreciate you, Barn. Today has been a pretty good day. 4 green trades, 1 red trade. We are up around 1,000. Not bad. Do you trade gold? No, I do not. Just the NASDAQ future indices for now. Starting to get a little pullback. Norman still holding that short. No shot. No shot. How many cons are you in, Norm? How many contracts are you in? You have to be seriously leveraged. Unless you start with micros. Then you're probably in with like 20. Appreciate the follow on Twitch, LG. Appreciate you. Two micro average 42. Norman's in with 42 micro contracts. Oof. 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 True, Gapper. Poll does equal an indicator. Ah, the stream went down for a brief period. I didn't even notice. I think I was busy trading. Went down for almost 10 minutes. Jeez. Only on the YouTube short stream though. Maybe here too. Interesting. This internet. Same time every day. Around 12 to 1. I don't know what they are doing. They are working on lines in the ground. And I have no idea what they're doing. But every single time. It's like clockwork. Oh, you're only with 2 micros? Okay. Average at 42? Okay, so you're chilling. Very chilling. I was about to say, if it was me, I would be in with like 42. Down 120 for the day. Yeah, I think this is gonna go up 1 to 2 more legs and then drop, but it's possible this just continues grinding up. Remember, ES is close to that trend line, 30 points away, so it has a lot of potential to go up. Hi, will you get to the market? What do you mean, LG? We've been trading the market all day, my friend. We just got out of a trade like 20 minutes ago. We're just waiting. That's interesting. Oh, this is annoying the shit out of me, chat. Oh, I need to just buzz it, you know? Buzz this son of... Pivot point up top. Pivot point up top, chat. 23,391. Go, chat. Nvidia is now up 0.6%. Microsoft flipping red 0.3%. Palantir holding. Apple holding. I think this has another leg or two. Boom, boom, boom. We do have news in 55 minutes. Swiss President Keller Suter hails good meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Rubio. They discussed the need for fair balanced trade. Okay. Okay. Appreciate you for posting that Discord if you're in it, Miguel. Appreciate it. I'll check it out. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. Also, Miguel and Legend, anything you guys suggest, like Legend, you just suggested activities like marbles, everything else. Just keep, if you have anything, just say it. Anything you want to implement it to the stream, etc., etc. Okay. What's up, you? Stafford's up 11K today, lol. What a day to get funded on. Damn, Daffod. Word? Word? Oh, well, you might get a chance to get out at break even by end of day when day traders get out. He's only in with 2 micros, so he can average pretty hard, depending on his drawdown. If he's only working with like $200 drawdown, then he's in the hurt locker. But if he's working with a couple thousand, he'll be fine if he plays it right. Most likely, I mean, could continue up. Doesn't have to pull back. But if I was in with 2 micros, I'd be fine. Be waiting for it to wake up, average in. Knowing that the ATR is just taking lower, it's going lower, so any trade I'm in will just take longer to come to fruition. Now it could just keep consolidating, leg up, consolidating, leg up, consolidating. That has been what it's doing, but word. You got it, Norman. You got this. But you are also not a victim of your trading. Like I said, when I was in a trade, you could cut it for loss. You could flip biases. You could change conviction. You can. You are not a victim of your trade. You are not held hostage by your trading. You can constantly adapt. Constantly. You don't like something and you want to flip biases. You're negative 150. You can sell it, flip. You can sell one, deleverage. You can just cut losses as well. You are not a victim of your circumstances. Okay. Trump tweeted 42 minutes ago, "I'm proud to be the only president, with the possible exception of the late great George Washington, to donate my salary. My first paycheck went to the White House Historical Association as we make much needed renovations to the beautiful people's house. Great improvements and beautification is taking place at the White House at levels not seen since original creation. Make America great again." While we wait for this trade, chat, we are going to watch this. This is Trump yesterday. Trump yesterday signing executive orders. If I do want to take a trade, we will flip back. I am watching the charts as we speak.
Chairman of LA 28, the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, and the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
As soon as I switched it, it's starting to pull back. It rejected this trend line. If this creates a lower low, it could flush. This is a higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high. This could be a higher low. Send it above this pivot point. Just have to see.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's a big day for a lot of reasons, and it's an honor to have you in this very nice venue across the street from the White House. And thank you all for being here as we take a major step to ensure the United States is fully prepared to welcome the world to Los Angeles for the 2028 Summer Olympic Games. Very exciting day of my life when we
Good luck, Norman.
got nominated and we ultimately got it. And I didn't think I'd be here for the games in this capacity, but it worked out that way. So I'm very happy about that. I had no idea that was going to happen. When we got it, I said, it's too bad I won't be president then. But sort of we took a very circuitous route, didn't we? In my first term, we were instrumental in helping the city of Los Angeles win the bid to bring the Olympic torch back to American soil. And today I'll sign an executive order establishing the White House Task Force on the 2028 Summer Olympics, mobilizing the entire federal government to ensure the games are safe, seamless, and historically successful. It's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be amazing. America is a nation of champions, and in July 2028, we'll show the world what America does best, and that's win. We're winning like we have never won before. You see that all the time. A year ago, we were not a country that was doing well, and now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. I want to recognize several members of the task force, including our great Vice President, J.D. Vance. J.D., thank you very much.
So a task force to get the Olympics up to par and create the best environment. So I'm assuming just logistics, helping with building everything out, make sure there's enough room in the stadiums. I'm assuming just the logistics planning, the event planning, what roads need shut down, etc., parking. Assuming that's what it means, having the food, enough food, just the logistical stuff.
Very much. Thank you.
Not sure what else they would do, like the housing for the athletes, getting all that logistical stuff situated. Not sure what else they would be tasked to do.
Our equally great Attorney General, Pam Bondi. Pam, thank you very much, Pam. Secretary of Homeland Security, Christy Kerr. Christy Kerr. Do you know who Christy Kerr is? She's a friend of my great golfer. Christy, no, she's a better golfer than you. That's the only thing, but you're better at a lot of other things. But I want to thank you for being here, for doing an unbelievable job, really an unbelievable job. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr. Brendan, thank you. Thank you, Brendan. Doing a great job. White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, most powerful woman anywhere in the world. She's rated the most powerful woman in the world, and I agree with that. And Deputy Chiefs of Staff Stephen Miller. Stephen, thank you. What happened to Stephen? We never want to miss Stephen. He's an MVP candidate. Dan Scavino, another MVP. James Blair, Taylor Budovich, and Nick Luna. Thank you all. Great group of people. They're going to be very much involved. I also am grateful to be joined by two of Team USA's strongest and fastest competitors, retired gold medalist and gymnast, and member of the LA 28 Athletes Council, Nastasha Lukin. Nastasha? How are you, Nastasha? Good. I don't know you, but I've watched you. You're very talented. I would not want to do what you do. This is much easier, believe me. It's incredible what you've done. Along with retired gold medal Paralympian, swimmer, and board member of the U.S. Olympic Committee, Brad Snyder. Brad, thank you very much, Brad.
They're not showing him on camera.
Chairman of the 2028 Olympic Games, Casey Wasserman, a friend of mine for a long...
You're fired. You're fired. Cameraman is fired. Out of here. Gone.
Long time. Casey, thank you very much. Casey, great job. It's going to be amazing. LA's a little bit different place than it was when selected, but we're going to bring it back stronger than ever. I spoke to Casey about that. He said, nope, we're going to make it better than ever. It's going to be something that's going to make it even more important as a Olympic Games. It was an interesting conversation we had as the fires were raging. Is that right? And I appreciated that very much. And CEO Reynold Hoover. Reno, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great honor. I also want to welcome the chair of the U.S. Olympic Committee, Gene Sykes. Gene, thank you. Thank you, Gene, very much. And thank him for recently banning men from competing in women's sports. That's a big deal. Thank you very much. It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that when everyone feels it. It's a 97. Don't worry about it, Gene. That's a 97-3. It's not 80-20. It's 97-3. But nobody wants to clap. It's crazy. The United States will not let men steal trophies from women at the 2028 Olympics. So we appreciate the fairness and everything else that you've shown. Also with us today is LA 28 board member Reince Priebus. And also Kevin McCarthy. I want to thank Kevin McCarthy and Reince. Thank you, Reince. And thank you, Kevin. And the LA Olympics is shaping up to be a wonderful moment for America. It's going to be incredible. It's so exciting. And with today's action, I'm directing the Department of State, the Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, the Secret Service, the Department of Transportation, and many other departments and agencies to use every tool at their disposal to ensure a fantastic, safe, and beautiful event. In 2028, the Olympics is bringing back our national pastime, baseball. Wow, that's great. With teams playing under the lights at the legendary Dodger Stadium, and it is legendary. It's beautiful, one of the most beautiful. Squash players will go head-to-head inside the world-famous Universal Studios. Triathletes will sprint beneath the sun shining down on Venice Beach. This will be one of the great venues. I mean, when you think of it, right? It's going to be so incredible. Soccer teams will...
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be one of the more beautiful places the Olympics have ever been done. I mean, California is just beautiful, stunning, especially if they clean up the homeless, clean up. I'm sure they will, but the homeless problem is crazy. People just all over the streets and traffic's nuts, so that's not going to be fun, but can't lie that California is beautiful, sunny, constant good weather. Definitely going to be a great venue. Beachfront.
Face off at the legendary Rose Bowl. Sailors will race through the waters near the port of Los Angeles, and the opening ceremony will take place at the beautiful Memorial Coliseum, just like the Olympics of 1932 and 1984. That was something. Those were very important Olympics. 1932 was a very important Olympics, wasn't it? Huh? For 8 straight consecutive summer games, no one has won more medals than Team USA, which is incredible. We want to keep it that way. Over the years, Team USA has won triple the number of Summer Olympic gold medals as the next closest country, and I'm confident that that's going to continue in 2028. That's an amazing achievement, by the way. Between the LA Olympics and the FIFA Summer Olympic gold medals as the next closest country, and I'm confident that that's going to continue in 2028. That's an amazing achievement. But keep it that way. Over Summer Games, no one has won more medals than Team USA, which is incredible.
How many medals did he say?
Important Olympics. 1932 was a very important Olympics, wasn't it? Huh? For 8 straight consecutive Summer Games, no one has won more medals than Team USA, which is incredible. We want to keep it that way. Over the years, Team USA has won triple the number of Summer Olympic gold medals as the next closest country, and I'm confident that that's going to continue in 2028. That's an amazing achievement, by the way. Between the LA Olympics and the FIFA World Cup next year, we have the World Cup and we have the Olympics.
World Cup.
It's a great time to be a sports fan in America. And maybe, you know, I don't want to say most importantly, but it is a celebration of 250 years. We have our 250th anniversary also during the year, and it's going to be between the 3 of them. I think there'll be no other time that we've ever had in our history like that. So I'd like to ask the LA Olympics Chairman, Casey Wasserman, to say a few words, and I appreciate it very much, Casey. Great job you've done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your support and the entire administration's support through this whole process has been truly extraordinary. In just 1,074 days, yes, we're counting, sir, the eyes of the world will be on this country as we open the 2028 Olympics. And it feels just like yesterday, and you were just president-elect in December of 2016, that you leaned into this process back then. And you've been supportive and helpful every step of the way, and we wouldn't be here without you, so we greatly appreciate all your support.
Thank you very much.
Our games plan is near final. We've announced a competition schedule. Some of the greatest brands in America have stepped up to support these Olympic Games as commercial partners. And now with the creation of this task force, we've unlocked the
Abderman, Abdire. Apex activation fee monthly. Do you pay after passing eval or after a month of trading on it? The eval is a monthly cost, so you pay the cost up front. Then every month after that, you pay that per month. Then once you pass the eval and get funded, there's an activation fee after you pass the eval to get funded. That is the activation fee. But what you pay up front is usually what you keep paying recurring month over month if you don't pass it in time. I do not pay a second time. I do not, unless it's very close to being funded.
Opportunity to level up our planning and deliver.
Also, I think we're going to wake up. I really think we're going to wake up. We're getting closer and closer to this pivot point. Very close. 23,391. I think we're going to wake up.
For the largest and, yes, greatest games for our nation ever. We expect more than 150 heads of state will come to the games. We'll host approximately 11,000 Olympic and 4,500 Paralympic athletes. They'll participate in 800 competitions at 49 competition venues. This will be the equivalent of producing 7 Super Bowls a day, sir, for 30 days. Yeah. But we are now focused more than ever on delivery, and we can't do this alone. I want to thank President Trump and the entire administration for their support and their partnership as we work to bring these games home. These will be truly America's games. We expect millions of fans from around the country to participate and attend events. And for the first time in history, we are going to take the Olympic torch relay to all 50 states. The most states it's ever gone to is 38, but in 2028, we will touch all 50 states. And sir, if you'd like to run on Park Avenue again to revisit history, you're more than welcome. And we're thrilled. But this administration has delivered critical security funding in the recent bill that will be used by local and state agencies and the federal government to make sure that our games are safe and secure.
11,000 athletes. 11,000 athletes. The torch fire will touch all 50 states. Wow.
And ultimately the best place to experience and be an Olympic fan. We remain incredibly confident in our ability to deliver the greatest games ever. And that's
definitely going to be quite a show.
Starts with the support of this administration every step of the way. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ab, don't spam. Do not spam the chat. You will be banned.
In the Olympic movement, but as you know, 1984 hosted the Olympics in Los Angeles, right? And someone we admire, President Reagan, both of us, presided over those, and you'll preside over our games. So we have for you a full set of the 84 original medals.
Wow.
Can I say that I won them athletically?
Yes, sir.
That would be a great honor. That's beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You wanna say
Yep.
that?
Man, he is so nervous. That handshake showed he is so nervous.
Okay, come on around, everybody. This is a big one here.
Yep.
Okay. Pam, no auto pen. That was not an auto pen.
Giannis, your old man. You remember the 1984 games like they were yesterday? Sheesh.
Thank you very much. Fantastic. Thank you very much, everybody. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mr. President, will the Department of Justice... Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Excuse me. Excuse me. No, he called on me, but thank you.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Do you still plan to follow through on your threat to impose 100% tariffs on all countries that purchase Russian energy, including China?
Well, I never said a percentage, but we'll be doing quite a bit of that. We'll see what happens over the next fairly short period of time. But we'll see what happens. Yep. You know, they have a meeting tomorrow. We have a meeting with Russia tomorrow. We're going to see what happens. We'll make that determination at that time. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, calling me. Thank you, Mr. President. On Ukraine, President Zelensky.
We're not looking for this to get political. We're just keeping up with news. It's very crucial to our trading. Very important to keep up with news. News is king. Dictates a long-term trend, short-term trend, medium-term trend. So it's very important, especially the president you elect. We're not trying to get overly political, even though I'm sure we all hold our own separate views.
Zelensky just signed a law allowing for citizens aged 60 and above to serve in the military. We've seen dozens of videos of young men being hauled into vans and dragged to the front lines against their will. And we've even seen...
Did he just say Ukraine is drafting 16-year-olds? Is that what he just said?
Videos of a young man with Down syndrome serving on the front line. when you campaigned, you said you wanted to see the people stop dying. A lot of people admired that statement. Now the people dying are elderly, mentally handicapped, and conscripts. So even if a ceasefire doesn't work out, why should Americans continue to fund a foreign military that's scraping the bottom of the barrel of its population like this? Well,
you have to understand very importantly, this is Biden's war. This is not my war. I'm here to get us out of it. It's a mess, and I'm here to get us out. I haven't heard that when you say about 60-year-old men and, et cetera. But this is Biden's war, and we're working very hard to get us out. I stopped 5 wars in the last 5 months, actually, and I'd like this to be the 6th, frankly, and that doesn't even include Iran, with, obliterating their nuclear haul, because they would have had nuclear weapons within 2 months. But stopped a lot of wars. You just take a look at the ones just over the last 2 or 3 months. It's been amazing. This is the one I'm trying to stop. This is the one we're working hardest on. The other ones I stopped within a matter of days, almost every one of them, including India and Pakistan.
Yeah, when you're in a war, the rules of warfare definitely go out the window, Malad. Malad says, yeah, 16, everything can happen in war, yeah. But 16 is pretty crazy. I mean, what's Ukraine supposed to do though if they're having man issues, if they're having men shortages? But a 16-year-old boy is crazy.
And I could go.
I wonder. Let's look up what's the youngest soldiers drafted in World War II. World War II. Trying to right answer, get it quick. The youngest soldier to serve in World War II was Calvin Graham, who enlisted in U.S. Navy at the age of 12. Many other underage individuals also served, with some as young as 13 and 14. Wonder what World War I. It's probably younger, right? Oh, waiting. The youngest soldiers drafted in World War I served included Sidney Lewis, who was 12 years old when he fought the Battle of Sami, and I'm gonna butcher this name, Masilo Gavrik, who joined the Serbian army at just 8 years old. Many young boys enlisted by lying about their ages due to high demand for troops during war. So I guess it's not that peculiar. It just sounds very bad.
Go over the whole list, but you know the list as well as I do. But this is the one we'd like to see. I haven't not heard that, but this is Biden's war, and it's a war that he got us into.
Norman is still in that short. Norman said, pray for me, looking for 40. 22 points away, Norman. It's breaking below the 20 May. Thank you, 5 man. Looks like it's going to prop down. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. But they volunteer. That is true, Gapper. Very good point. That is true. The nationality, the pride of the country. So maybe the boys Ukraine, 16 years old. But that reporter said they were conscripted. They were thrown in a van. That could have been exaggeration and just the fake news line again. Fake news.
Or indirectly got us into it. Should have never happened.
Could have been fake news.
Happened. It would have never happened had I been president. Yeah, next to you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would you support Israel reoccupying all of Gaza, as has been suggested by some Israeli officials?
Well, I don't know what the suggestion is. I know that we are there now trying to get people fed. As you know, $60 million was given by the United States fairly recently to supply food, and a lot of food, frankly, for the people of Gaza that are obviously not doing too well with the food. And I know Israel is going to help us with that in terms of distribution and also money. We also have the Arab states are going to help us with that in terms of the money and possibly distribution. So that's what I'm focused on. As far as the rest of it, I really can't say. That's going to be pretty much up to Israel. Yeah, please. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. On transgender athletes in the Olympics, back to the safety, especially of female combat boxers, will the Department of Justice considering pressing charges against any man that tries to masquerade as a woman coming into this country to beat up American athletes?
Let's go.
And secondly, would your administration consider genetic testing so that these people can prove that they're actually women competing?
Well, I think there is going to be a very strong form of testing. As far as charges, I'd have to ask the Attorney General about that. I don't know. But there will be a very, very strong form of testing. And if the test doesn't come out appropriately, they won't be in the Olympics.
Yeah, because a lot of men didn't want to be dishonored. Like, if you didn't join the war, World War II, when everyone else was signing up, World War I, other wars, you were considered just not good stature among the community. You were seen as a biatch, and most men couldn't live with that. That's why that happened. Very, you know how to trade news releases? It's pretty much all I do, Richard.
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead, please.
Pretty much all I do, man.
Thank you. Mr. President, do you believe that the U.S. committee would have made this
Guys,
decision?
we do have the U.S. 10-year note. U.S. 10-year note in 30 minutes. Last news on the docket today besides Trump. This is yesterday, by the way. Trump signing executive order on the Olympics, mobilizing departments to get it well done, secured, logistically done, et cetera, et cetera. He signed this yesterday.
On men and women's sports if you weren't president, and do you believe that this decision will stay in place
Appreciate it,
once
Shadow.
you're no longer president?
I think they probably would have, because it just seems to be an issue that most people feel.
Well, of course,
I can't
Gapper.
really say. I'd have to. You could have asked Chairman Wasserman, but
Appreciate
I
it,
would say
Shadow.
that yeah, it's there's a possibility it could go either way if you really want to know the truth. I feel strongly about it. I have. I ran a campaign at least partially on that. That was one of the many issues that I talked about: open borders, the economy, taxes, all of the things. But that was certainly one of the issues. So I really can't. I really don't know. Could have gone either way. Please.
Have you decided on a replacement for the Fed governor?
For Fed governor. I'll be making that decision before the end of the week, and we'll either decide on one for permanence or the 4-month period, the term. There's a term of about a number of months. We have a couple of candidates. Everybody wants it, okay? It's not a couple, but we've narrowed it to a couple of candidates. And we've also, we're looking at the Fed chair, and that's down to 4 people right now. Very good. Well, I can tell you, because I've already said there's 2 Kevins and 2 other people, okay? Brian? Brian?
Thank you, Mr. President. This has to do with the safety aspect of the Olympics. What can you do as a president to ensure that Southern California, the greater Los Angeles area, is safe from any fire danger, that the state clears away brush and state parks, the reason why this last fire happened in Pacific Palisades? What can you ensure for that?
Well, as you know, Brian,
This is very important. The general public of the U.S. were very outraged that they didn't do brush clearing when they were supposed to in the forest because of environmental reasons, how California has been politically charged in the environmental front. So people are very outraged, and they do want answers. They do want accountability, and just the feet held to the fire in a sense.
we have, I've been fighting with them for a long time about allowing the water to come down from the Pacific Northwest, essentially. And we actually opened up that water pretty strongly. We got a lot of opposition from the governor, and we opened it up anyway, and the water is coming down. That we want it opened further. They have a lot of water. They send it out into the Pacific Ocean in order to protect the smelt. It's a little tiny fish that's not doing very well, especially when they don't have water. They really do badly, okay? But it's a fish, environmentally protected, even though it's in many other areas. I think they just use that as an excuse to smelt. You'll check that out. But I think it's just an excuse. They've got to allow full water, and they're working with Lee Zeldin is really helping us a lot, but they've got to allow the full complement of water to come down from the Pacific Northwest. There is so much water. If Gavin Newsom let the water come down, see the way I pronounced his name properly for a change, if this guy allowed the water to come down from the Pacific Northwest, they have so much water they don't know what to do with it. All of those sprinklers would have gone on. All of those people with those beautiful houses with sprinklers in the ceilings and with the water, the fire pumps outside, all that water, they didn't have any water because they wouldn't let the water come down. There's so much water there. At first, when I got involved with this issue in my first term, I said to the congressman, they took me up because they wanted to show me the fields where they could farm 10 times more product. You'd see 100 acres, and you'd see 1 acre or 2 acres, beautiful green. It's very vibrant, but they don't give it the water that it's entitled to. And I said, oh, they have a drought? I said, no, they told me we don't have a drought. They don't, the Democrats don't allow the water to come down into the farms and into anywhere. By the time it gets down even into certain parts of California, it's fed out stupidly into the Pacific Ocean. If that water were allowed, so we broke into it and we allowed it to come down. And it come down at a higher level, and we want that, and we're demanding that of the governor. The other thing is, we'll do anything necessary to keep the Olympics safe, including using our National Guard or military. Okay? No, I will use the National Guard or military. This is going to be so safe, and if we have to, because obviously you have a mayor that is not very competent. She can't get the permits for the people. You know, the people are still waiting for their permits. Lee Zeldin got them the federal permit, which is 10 times harder to get. And everybody can build on the federal basis, and that's the hard one. But the mayor, Bass, she refuses to or cannot get them permits. They're waiting. And I was there right after the fires, and I saw all these beautiful people standing by their homes ready to get in and get to work. And they're waiting for their permits, and they're still waiting for their state permits and city permits. It's a disgrace.
I remember watching that meeting. Mayor Bass was there, and she said she would write an executive order getting them their permits, stat in a couple weeks, couple months, and now they still don't have their permits. Insane. You had victims that had their whole houses burned down, wanting to go on their property, shovel the debris that was all ash, shovel it out, get dumpsters hauled away, clean up their land, and possibly rebuild. And now it's what? A couple months later, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months later, and it's still, they have not received the permits. Absolutely ridiculous. All probably because of environmental reasons, where you hauling the ash, et cetera, et cetera. Absolutely unbearable.
It's a disgrace. Redress, yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
India says that the U.S. imports Russian uranium, chemicals, fertilizers, while criticizing their energy imports. Your response to
Malad says, right now in Iran, nobody allowed to have Starlink, which is very expensive and considered as spy hardware. Well, you got to remember, Elon Musk was part of the Trump administration and is still heavily involved politically, just in other avenues, what he's doing in space, et cetera, et cetera. So they did just strike. So it's not that unusual.
to that, sir?
I don't know anything about it. I'd have to check, but we'll get back to you on that. Yeah, please.
Mr. President.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gabber said permits shouldn't have taken more than 30 days. Absolutely. It is despicable how she could not do the permits in time. I mean, that people begged her on the spot.
Have you seen the Hamas released video of Israeli hostage Avitar David starving and being forced to dig his own grave in a Hamas tunnel?
I have, yeah. I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible. And I hope a lot of people do get to see it, as bad as it is, because I think it's a horrible thing. Yeah, behind you, please.
Mr. President,
and Q is waking up.
About to
tap the pinpoint.
How, this drop-off in foreign-born workers is going to benefit Americans, and will it force American companies to pay fairer wages to American workers?
Well, we want to take care of our American workers, and first and foremost, and that's what we're doing. We also want to help our farmers, because our farmers are producing like never before. We have to help them, and we're working out some very complicated strategies and language, but the main thing that I think I was elected to do is to get the illegals out of our country, who are especially in particular criminals. 11,888 murderers were allowed into our country with Biden's open border policy, with our border czar, who never spoke to the Border Patrol, never went to the border one time. That's Kamala. And think of it. We have murderers. We have people coming in from all countries all over the world, from prisons in the Congo in Africa, from prisons all over South America, all over rough parts of Europe, all over Asia. They're pouring into our country. Not anymore. So we just announced we had our third consecutive month where we were rated 0 people. And these are, frankly, very liberal people that make up these charts. So I don't know what's wrong with them. They seem to not be doing their job for the Democrats. But I'm honored by the fact that they say it. We're very tough on the border. And people can come into our country, but they have to come in legally. So I think that we've done an amazing job, actually. But we have to get the criminals out of our country, murderers, drug dealers, gang members. They emptied prisons into our country. It's one of the reasons, I think, even beyond the economy, it's one of the reasons I got elected. It's really maybe the number one. It was between the economy and that. But, as I said before, our nation is doing really well, but we have to get these really bad people. They should have never been allowed in our country. Open border policy is for fools. We're the only country in the world with an open borders policy, but we don't have that anymore. We had 0 now for 3 months in a row. Peter?
Thank you very much, President Trump. Nice to see you got off the roof all right.
Yeah, yeah.
You said this morning that you probably won't be running for...
What's that referring to? Off the roof? Anybody know what that's related to? Off the roof properly? What the hell is he talking about?
For a third term. This weekend, Secretary of State Rubio said that he thought J.D. Vance would be a great nominee. You could clear the entire Republican field right now. Do you agree that the heir apparent to MAGA is J.D. Vance?
Well, I think most likely, in all fairness, he's the vice president. I think Marco is also somebody that maybe would get together with J.D. in some form. I also think we have incredible people, some of the people on the stage right here. So it's too early, obviously, to talk about it, but certainly he's doing a great job, and he would be probably favored at this point.
And on Texas, if Texas redrawing their congressional map
would
get you 5 safe red seats, means that California, New York, Illinois, and Maryland are all going to redraw their maps to add safe.
Well, they'll do it anyway.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, they'll do it anyway. Why? If we stop over there, they would have done it anyway. Look, a lot of these states, I watched this morning as Democrats are complaining, and they're complaining from states where they've done.
Adrius says the roof comment. He was taking a walk in the White House roof yesterday. Okay.
Done it, like in Illinois, like in Massachusetts. I watched
nothing burger.
Lunatic, Pocahontas. She's a total lunatic. I don't know what she's on. She's all jumping up and down like I've never seen anything like it, talking about supporting the communist mayor.
Norman, your conviction is yours and yours alone. I could not tell you what to do, my friend. There's a lot of consolidation, a lot of coil here. If it doesn't break to the downside, it's definitely going to wick hard. It's all you. All you.
And he's not a socialist. He's a communist. Okay, this is not a socialist, man. This is a communist. If you look at any of his policies and go back 6 months, you don't even have to go back further than that. So they want to put a communist in New York. Now, the good news is we have a lot of power over that because we're the ones with the money. We send the money. We don't send the money. It's up to the White House. A lot of power in the White House. But when I watched her jumping up and down talking about that and supporting the communists, but
Norman says, F it. I'm sticking with the trade. Sticking with the short. He's wanting to wick down. I believe his average is still at 23,342. He is like 30 points in the red right now with 2 micros.
If you look at what's going on with the redistricting or whatever you want to call it, the Democrats.
Dan says, everyone smash that like button. I concur. I concur.
Done it long before we started. They've done it all over the place. They did it in New York. They did it in a lot of different states. But in Massachusetts, so somebody used this as an example today. I was interviewed this morning, and they said, it's pretty unfair. Trump got 40%. I'm not proud of that, but I think I probably got more, but that's okay. I got 40% in Massachusetts, and yet they have 100% of the vote in terms of Congress. So there's no Republican, there's no anything. So we should have 40%. You know why? They redistricted, and they've done it all over the place. And they've done it in California, by the way. Before this, they've done it in California. So we'll see what happens. We have a wonderful governor in Texas. He feels strongly about it. It's going to be up to him. I think there's tremendous support for it. And, we've watched the Democrats destroy our country in 4 years. They've destroyed, between their open borders that we talked about, transgender for everybody, all of the horrible things that they've done, high taxes, horrible medical provision for people. We've watched them destroy.
Gapper, be very careful giving financial advice, man. I do not want you getting caught up. Be careful. You cannot give financial advice, guys. You can say what you would do, give your general overview, estimates, see where you think it's going to go, but be very careful in giving actual advice.
Our country for 4 years, and people don't want that. And people in Texas, as you saw, I got the highest vote in the history of Texas. I love Texas. Texas likes me, obviously, but I got.
Matt said on a 2-day losing streak this week is buns. Yeah, Matt, you definitely have to be very patient. I only took one trade and it was losing before the 15-minute opening range before 9:45 a.m. And besides that, we waited until like 10 a.m. Then I took one trade. So we're 4 accounts are green, 1 account's red, 305. We're up like 1,000 between the 3. You just gotta be really patient, trade around key levels, and just slow down. I do not love being slow, but 80-point wicks. It was wicking back forth in consolidation. I did not touch really any of it. A lot of people like Legend scalp 60 points here and there. Gapper scalp 60 points here and there. I just let it go. Sat on my hands. And I'm streaming. So a lot of people left. The entertainment value was pretty low, but hey, you can only trade what you think is good. And I'm not just trading for stream.
The highest vote, and that was checked out on the show. Did you see that? Where they checked it out, they said he actually did get the highest vote in the history of Texas, which disappointed them. They were very disappointed to hear that. But Texas is a place that's done very well with a free enterprise kind of an attitude, with the exact opposite of what's happening in New York with a communist mayor. And they know what they're doing, and they're doing the right thing. Yeah.
2 questions for you. Mr. President, thank you. Texas Senator John Cornyn.
Texas
Senator John Cornyn is asking for your help to force Democrats back to the state and hold them accountable. Do you want the federal government and the FBI to help locate and arrest these Texas Democrats who have left the state?
Well, I think they've abandoned the state. Nobody's seen anything like it, even though they've done it twice before. And in a certain way, it almost looks like they've abandoned the state. It looks very bad. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Should the FBI get involved? Should the FBI get involved?
Well, they may have to. They may have to. No, I know they want them back. Not the Attorney General, the governor wants him back. If you look, I mean, the governor of Texas is demanding they come back. So a lot of people are demanding they come back. You can't just sit it out. You have to go back. You have to fight it out. That's what elections are all about. Yeah, please.
Thank you so much, President Trump. 2 questions for you.
We do have 15 minutes. 15 minutes until the U.S. 10-year bond. We have 15 minutes until the last news on the docket.
One, were you aware of and did you personally approve the prison transfer for Ghislaine Maxwell that your Justice Department?
I didn't know about it at all. No, I read about it just like you did.
And do you believe that she is?
It's not a very uncommon thing.
Do you believe that she's credible to be listening to? Your Deputy Attorney General sat down with her recently.
Well, let me tell you, he's a very talented man. His name is Todd Blanche. He's a very legitimate person, very high, just a very highly thought of person, respected by everybody. And I didn't talk to him about it, but I will tell you that whatever he asked would be totally appropriate, and it's not an uncommon thing to do that. And I think he probably wants to make sure that, people that should not be involved or aren't involved are not hurt by something that would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people. But I will say this, Todd Blanche is one of the most highly respected people you'll ever meet. So I know this. I didn't discuss it with him, but anything he talked about with her or the fact that he did that, not unusual, number one, and most importantly, is something that would be totally above board. Please. Yeah, please, go ahead.
Thanks, Mr. President. Mr. President, how much more would you like Doge to cut from the...
Norman got out with a $12 gain for the day. Hey, it's better than being negative. Yeah, it's just hard. Low volatility, it's hard.
Federal government.
Well, it's not so much Doge anymore. And by the way, I have to say that somebody from Doge was very badly hurt last night. You saw that. A young man who was beat up by a bunch of thugs in D.C. And either they're going to straighten their act out in the terms of government and in terms of protection, or we're going to have to federalize and run it the way it's supposed to be run. But it's not a question of Doge. We have great people, secretaries and all, working with Doge and cutting with I said with a scalpel as opposed with an axe. They're cutting with a fine-tooth comb, and they're getting rid of people that aren't doing their job, or bad people, or bad things, bad policy, et cetera, et cetera. And I think we've been very successful in that. And there's more cutting to do, but there's also more getting. We want smart people in government. Our country is doing great. I think we are doing probably, maybe in many ways, better than we've ever done before. We're taking in trillions, not billions, trillions and trillions of dollars from other countries who, for years, took advantage of us. They took advantage of the United States like we were children. And that's not happening anymore. Now they're paying a lot of money, and they're paying hundreds of billions of dollars. Individual countries paying hundreds of billions of dollars. You're seeing what everybody else is seeing. And we have a lot of things we can do. One of the questions asked of me this morning is, are you going to make a dividend to the people? And the purpose of what I'm doing is primarily to pay down debt, which will happen in very large quantity. But I think there's also a possibility that we're taking in so much money that we may very well make a dividend to the people of America. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You guys are just tuning in. That was Trump signing an executive order on the Olympics yesterday. Just catching up on some news. We will get back to trading. There'll probably be one more opportunity, perhaps. In 13 minutes, we have the last news on the docket. Let's make sure we didn't miss any news while we were watching that. The Swiss president is set to leave D.C. without reaching a tariff deal. That's not great. White House officials, secondary sanctions on Russia are expected to be implemented on Friday. Russia is eager to continue engaging with the U.S. The meeting with Russia and U.S. envoy Witkoff went well. Last news on the docket, guys. Last news on the docket is right here. The U.S. 10-year note high yield bid cover at 1 p.m. It could come in as expected, do nothing. Could come in a little negative, wake down, wake up. I'm not expecting too much. Maybe at the high, a 50-point wick. At the low, 10 points. We'll see. Then at 2 p.m., Fed Cook and Collins speaking, but that's not too important. After market closes, Fed Daily speaking. Then at 4:30 p.m., Trump announcing Apple investment. Okay. According to sources familiar with the situation, Switzerland president is about to leave Washington without announcing any progress towards lowering Donald Trump 39% tariff on her country. A delegation led by Keller Sutter presented a new proposal to U.S. officials, according to sources who requested anonymity. They do not expect to secure a better deal for the country before they leave. The Fed bids for 10-year notes total $14.3 billion. Look for a Trump tweet. We're getting a little wick up. This has a lot of consolidation, a lot of coil. Has a lot of coil, chat. ES is slowly going down. NQ 30-minute could pull back here. Also could prop after consolidation. Nvidia did flip red, now is 0.1% down. Palantir sitting 2.7% up. MicroStrategy up 1%. Netflix is up 2.4%. Apple is up 5.7%. Meta is up 1.15%. Microsoft is down 0.3%. Amazon is up 2.5% now. Google is up 0.7%. Tesla is up 2.88%. The Dow is up 0.15%. NQ Futures up 1%. ES Futures up 0.65%. Bitcoin sitting up 0.8%. ETH is up 0.95%. Solana is up 2.1% on the day. XRP is up 0.65%. Doge is up 1.8%. We probably have one more opportunity today. There'll be a lot more opportunities, but we're only going to sit through and wait for this 1 p.m. Appreciate it, Norman. Hey, been really vibing your stream later. Super fun stuff. Couldn't find your schedule on the channel. I'm at work right now, so I figured I'd hit you up on the Discord. My username's Christian Zone. Appreciate you, Christian. I'm live every single day at 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. EST. Trading the market, my friend. Matt and Braden, I mean, you can, everyone has their own strategy, own amalgamation of indicators. Just take the best from the people you watch and implement them into your strategy. What you want, what's best for your circumstances, what strategy you click with the most. I'm not really here to get in fights with other people. Even though that would grow the channel quite a bit, I really don't care for drama. If it happens organically, then sure. But I'm not going to call anyone out. What I will say is, anyone who doesn't live trade, their credibility goes down quite substantially. Anyone who's not live trading, showing all their trading, being fully transparent, only posting shorts and videos, I would not trust them one bit. Now, there are a couple that don't live trade that are legit, but it's very, very high risk. Norman said we'll short again at 80. ES 1 minute tapped the 100 MA, getting above it now. The RSI for the ES 1 minute getting neutral above the MA. We RSI and Williams R 128 for the NQ 30 minute is getting into overextension territory. Overbought. 7 minutes, chat. 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes until US 10-year note. Last news on the docket. Go, chat. Appreciate all you. Love you guys. If you guys haven't already, smash that like button, follow the channel, subscribe. Again, I'm live every single day at 9:30 a.m. EST trading the market. So throw on your notifications. If you want to know when I'm live. When I'm live streaming the markets. Also, vote on the poll. I want to see where you guys are at. I do YouTube polls so you guys can remain anonymous. I know a lot of you are ninja watchers, so just vote in the poll. Vote in the poll for the YouTube shorts. We already did for the regular YouTube stream. All right, let's do it. 83 votes for the YouTube shorts. Are you profitable, negative, or learning? 31% are profitable, 23% are negative, 46% are learning. Nothing wrong with just sitting on your hands, learning the price action, getting the pattern recognition down. Nothing wrong with it, chat. A lot of people think this is coming down. 6 minutes until news. Okay. Been a pretty good day. I'm glad I stayed patient. Really glad I stayed patient. Also, I haven't said it, but I will be releasing something behind the scenes for insiders only, for the community I'm building, insiders only. And then once it's ready to be released to the public, obviously I'll talk on stream, post it to everyone. But for now, it's only for the YouTube members, the insiders. Link is below to join the membership if you want behind the scenes access and analysis I do behind the scenes, etc., etc. Also, you can donate as well. TTS is $1. But I'd rather you guys become an insider. You'll gain a lot more value. I think it's going to wake up, tap this pivot point, 23,391. I will be waiting until it's news. News in 4 minutes, chat. News in 4 minutes. We are waiting for this news. This probably will be the last trade or two for the day. ATR sitting at 14. The VIX volatility index is sitting at 16.94, down 5% for the day. The dollar is down 0.45%. David in between previous highs and open. Later, Crown. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support. Love you, man. Hopefully you killed it today, Crown. Hopefully. Wish you all the best, man. Who's a good mentor that teaches SMC? I really haven't studied SMC much. Supposedly I do something similar, but just go around and see who you like. Appreciate the file, Victor. Appreciate the file, Ryan. Appreciate you guys. Gap, are you still going above 400, you think? It has a lot of coil here, guys. A lot of support. So I would assume we wake up, but we'll see. We'll see, chat. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. News in 3 minutes. News in 3 minutes. US 10-year note. Last news on the docket. Let's clean up the chart a bit. Actually, let's leave that just in case. Okay. We'll see if this provides an opportunity, chat. 2 minutes away. 2 minutes away. Where can I learn your strategy? The best place right now is watching, but I will be releasing a simulator and then a mentorship. The simulator will be first, mentorship, but something's going to come before that. And I will be posting that to the insiders later today once I'm off stream and get it together. It won't take too long. And there's a lot to do. It won't be released for at least another week or two. I have a lot of stuff to really fine tune. I am a perfectionist. I really don't like releasing stuff till it's refined. At least good enough. Appreciate it, Red Flash. Glad you guys are getting value, learning what to do, what not to do, taking the best from what I do wrong, what I do right. I'm really glad you guys are enjoying. Gaining value, man. Yeah, Gapper, I think you can go to 423. What I'm kind of targeting. I may start one before that, but also a little higher risk to throw a short, especially this low ATR. You better expect to be in the trade for a while, 20-30 minutes. But we may get an opportunity in 1 minute, chat. Last news on the docket, 1 p.m. US 10-year note. We are waiting for it. Sometimes it's delayed by a minute or 3. So sometimes the news is delayed. The US note sometimes takes a minute or 2 to be released. So have some grace. 45-second, chat. But they may be distributing here. Yeah, they could just go up, consolidate, little down, and then continue up. Leg up, consolidation, leg up, consolidation. That's all they've done today. So taking a short is not that wise, but 30 seconds until news, chat. This may provide opportunity. This may do absolutely nothing. This may come as expected and do absolutely nothing. May come positive, wick up, wick down. come negative, wick up, wick down. I'm only expecting maximum 50-point wick, minimum probably 10. So possibly opportunity here, possibly not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, sometimes the data is delayed by a minute or two. Give it a minute. Let's zoom in. So far, it hasn't released. 10 seconds. We are waiting for the NQ US 10-year note. Waiting. Yeah, no one truly knows. It really just a 50-50 coin flip. All we can do is use probabilities. Absolutely. You want all the probabilities in your favor. Many as you can get. Treasury WI 10-year yield at 4.244% before 42 billion auction. We're waking up. That's the 10-point wick so far off that 21 EMA. That's all it has. Still waiting for news to drop on mine. Could already been out on the Bloomberg terminal. Probably is. We have that pivot point up top at 23,391. Worst case, it doesn't create opportunity and we call it a day. I'm fine with that. Walking away with close to 1,000. 4 accounts green, 1 account red. Can't be too greedy. But possibly one more opportunity to come. At least for me. If you're trading throughout the day, throughout the market, you have power hour, you have the 350 algorithm. So there's a lot of opportunities that could potentially happen. Trump tweeting. What's up, Nilla? Gabber said right now there's only a 28% chance 420 hits today. 420. 20. Gabber, did that news come out yet or no? I do not see it. What's up, Nilla? Long time, man. They seem to hold that 390 area. Yeah, they have a lot of consolidation right here, guys. Past hour or two. Past hour and 20 minutes. A lot of consolidation, a lot of coil. So this could have a pretty strong wick up. Could. It also could just drop hard. It's pretty overextended today. Pretty overextended. So far, it's up around 150 points without that big of a pullback. US 10-year note came in a little negative, but not enough. US 10-year note high yield came at 4.255%. Previously, it was 4.36%. US 10-year note bid to cover came in at 2.35. Previously, it was 2.61. I'm not going to trade this low volatility, guys. On the docket tomorrow, 7 a.m. EST tomorrow. BOE rate statement, monetary policy report, bank rate, MPC vote unchanged, MPC vote hike, MPC vote cut. 7:30 a.m. BOE press conference with Governor Bailey. 8:30 a.m. U.S. initial jobless claims. Very important news. U.S. continued jobless claims, productivity prelim, labor costs prelim, very important. Then at 10 a.m. we have Fed Bostic speaking. U.S. wholesale inventories month over month. 11 a.m. EST tomorrow. 11 a.m. chat. And New York Fed inflation expectations. Very important, very crucial. Volatility should be good throughout tomorrow. 11:30 US 4-week bill. That's not that important. One at least for the day. 1 p.m. US 30-year bond. That's very important. And then 3 p.m. US consumer credit. So we may stream all throughout tomorrow. Probably will. 3 p.m. should be good. 1 p.m. should be good. 11 a.m. should be good. Start. Should be volatility all the way through. Now this has a lot of coil, chat. I could throw it along and just put a stop, but I'm not going to trade this low volatility. I'm just not going to do it. There'll be better opportunities tomorrow. Might as well save the accounts and not risk it. ATR is at 14.3. The volatility index is at 16.9, edging up. So you could get it. You guys are betting on this long, betting on it, crushing that pivot point, going to 420, 423. It is possible, but I am done for the day. I will be posting to you and Gapper. I probably will post something later today, later tomorrow with the Discord, what I want, just going over the Discord, seeing what I want to implement, what I won't. I'll type in the admin channel. Just don't keep looking at it. Just look at it whenever you're free, because I'm really going to dial in and see what I want, then post probably a long section. But we are done, chat. Make sure you guys persevere through resistance. Do not let anything hold you down. Do not fear the unknown. Do not fear missing out. And there are no missed opportunities, chat. No missed opportunities, only the next one. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. EST. Peace. Love you, Nilla, man. Love you, Nilla. Nilla vanilla. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.